Hi folks, morning to you. Hope you've had a good weekend. Right, back to watercolouring with acrylic paint. Wet the paper all over, wet in wet. This is Saunders Waterford, £90 cold pressed. Now I won't attack it straight away, I'll let that soak in a bit. Because this is quite a 30-degree angle, the paint will hit the water and expand and go down. So we'll just let that soak in just a little bit. I'll take off the lid to my box of tricks. This is the Masterson Stay Wet palette. Had it for years. So we've got cadmium red, ultramarine, Payne's grey, well will be, sap green, burnt umber, cadmium yellow, pale, deep yellow ochre. Any combination of those. I'll put a little bit more red out. Just a little dab. Payne's grey I like. Payne's grey. Okay, how are we doing with that one? Oh no, get on my jeans. Oh, well, if you hit acrylic on your clothes quickly, it will come out. Right, okay, that's all my jeans go the same way. I might or might not use a sponge. That's a real filthy one now. I'll get that in the soak. Probably won't change because acrylic is waterproof when it's dry. I've only got these two bits of sponge. I have to look out for more. They're not. They're not natural sponges. They're just. I don't think they are. Right, let's just dry my hand. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm tempted to have something with trees in. Let's do a coast scene. So, just clip the paper and see what happens when the water soaks in a bit. Okay, gorgeous orange sky this morning, so let's have a go at it. A bit stronger than that. So watercolouring with acrylic. Let's add a bit of blue over the top of that. There was some light blue. Okay, well that will do. Right, that's the wet in wet watercolour out of the way. Let's give it a dry. So take your headphones off. Oh, I've got a Marmite. No, a Bovril drink here. It's a wheat extracts, diluted, great in gravy. Great, fresh bread. Sun's hanging me wires here. Okay, headphones off, mute your sound, go. Okay, so be inspired by things around you. If you see a decent sky, paint it from memory or take a photograph of it. It's nice and tight, nice and flat. There we are, perfectly flat. Right, now with a medium hake, put in a bit of hills. I'll leave my palette there. I am right-handed and the palette's on my left, but the board I've got with my table underneath all this down there, my box easel, a drawer pulled out and a lump of plywood put on. I could change it so that I can move to the right with this all makeshift table, but it will clash with other things, so that's why I do what I do now. So let's get a bit of that red, a bit of that blue. Now, because the palette here is is a bit dirty, the membrane, I can't see what the tones really are, so oh, that's not bad for a horizon, is it? Going up a bit there. Right, it's only going up a degree or two. Right, okay. What happened if I put in some more colour? Let's have a bit of yellow, bit of red. Okay. Now my greens are going to be made from one of the yellows, the red and the blue. But let's get some foreground in. A bit of dry brush. Let's have a bit of that blue. Right, okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm not used to this, Alan Owen put me up to it, using water. He uses watercolour, acrylic as watercolour, but you'd never know, would you? Right, okay. I'm going to go in, put some trees, so blue, red, yellow. Better with the lighter yellow. Thing is, you can use the white to strengthen up bits, like you put the odd boathouse in, or so at the moment I'm thinking, oh, let's throw the watercolours away and just stick with the acrylics. I never thought I'd be saying that. because I don't like using it thick. It dries so quick. I prefer oils for that. Thing is, once you dry it, you can put water over it and it won't move. Famous last words. Right, now we're going to go do a bit of foreground. I'm going to use Frank Clark's Hake, I think, because that'll give a nice bit of texture, I hope. This would be any old colour here. A bit of green, yeah. It's a bit of umber and ultramarine gives a good dark. Now I've done these sort of things over the years. I never tire of them. It's part of the repertoire, part of Dave's repertoire. Might sponge in some bushy stuff. Okay. You see, this is quite rough, this paper. It's quite hard to get some paint off of it. Need more water in that, I think. Alright, we'll give that a dry and see if we can get some sponging in there. I'll probably put some trees in. Right, take your headphones off, go! Okay, well let's try. No, I don't poke that. Oh, the riggers on the floor. Right, some right, I'll dry that off. It's a touch muddy. A bit more of that light green, light yellow. Nice cadmium yellow. Right, bit of tea, bottle. Okay, wet the sponge. A little bit of that. Get some warm. So you can put the dark on, you can put the light on over it when you've overdone it. Still a bit damp there. Let's try that again. Headphones off. When it gets a bit clogged up with paint and water, you can go over it again when it's dry. We've got orange sky, we want a bit of an orange foreground. Okay, sponge in the water, and we'll put in a bit of bushy stuff. Where's my hake? Right, a good bit of Payne's grey, a bit of Okay, we'll try that. We're just putting some spongy stuff over that. We'll have a bit of autumn colour, I think. I've got burnt umber out there. I'm not sure why I put that out. I'm going to have some burnt sienna. Change a bit. Sorry if you can't see this bit, I can't show you everything. So I've got down the end here, burnt sienna, burnt umber, which I'll scrape off the palette, I think. Put that further up, you might be able to see that. You can't. It's quite a big palette, but very, very useful. It keeps oil paints moist for a day at least. But this is on this membrane, it lets the water through from the bottom but stops the paint going through from the top. It's quite a miracle. And I've got a couple of bits of towel underneath. And now I've got some white on the bottom of my laptop. I'm not looking at the laptop, I'm just using it for the radio. Right, so let's get some nice bit of yellow ochre with that brown. A bit darker, bit of Payne's grey in with that burnt sienna. Bit of shadow. Some red in there. Right. Something that. A bit of yellow, a bit of just cut that far bank out. Let's cover it up a little bit. Well, that'll do. Right, now a few bits of liquor. Now I could look at my little brush here. Where are you, little brush? Got this little 1/4 inch brush here. I could probably put in a bit of just a little hint. Now we'll okay, just little bits. Right, okay. Can put little bits of boats in. Keep your brushes scrupulously clean, folks. Right, well there we are. Let's put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. I haven't finished my overall yet. Take that off. Let's take you up. not the best tree I've ever done, but okay, well, there it is. I'm going to just dry that tree and add some more. Because it's still wet, it won't take much more sponging. Where's my sponge? So let's have a. Oh. Right, let's get a bit of that yellow with a bit of this sienna. Oh yeah, you do get green, still get green leaves on. I don't like the shape of it. I think that's the problem. A bit better. Who can tell? Well, I think I probably ruined it. Put them out back. Gosh, I plus 11. This is where you straighten the horizon up. Right, well, let that go. But it's I'm still trying to work out how far I can go with the sponges and the brush work, because we've really got mixed techniques here. We've got sponging with this background. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away with the sponges. I should do this with the jabbing of a small hake. But I'll sign it. I think it's worth a signature. All my paintings are for sale. I've got about 80 on Etsy, but I've got thousands of others. So if there's anything you like, you want to find out about it, you can contact me on Messenger or on YouTube, and I'll send you my email address. So there we are. Thanks for looking in, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.